Okay, so there's this press release coming out of Italy, and people are buzzing about it. Seems like some researchers have found really, really massive structures way down below the Khafre Pyramid at Giza.
At Giza, yeah.
Yeah, at Giza. The team doing this work, it's Corrado Malanga. He's from the University of Pisa.
Okay.
And then there's Amando May and Filippo Biondi. Now, Biondi, he's the radar and remote sensing guy. He's at the University of Strathclyde.
Right, and what's really kind of blowing my mind here is the main thing they found. They looked at the SAR data, that's synthetic aperture radar data, right? It's public, it's from Capella Space and Umbra. And it looks like there are these just gigantic structures going kilometers under the Giza Plateau.
Really? Kilometers?
Kilometers, yeah. And the crazy part is they did it all without digging anything up. SAR can see right through the ground, so you can basically peek under the surface without needing shovels and all that.
So it's like an X-ray, but for the whole plateau?
Basically, yeah. It's super cool.
Yeah. So this is building on their work with the Khufu Pyramid, right? That's where they found those Z structures.
Exactly. Those Zs are like these dense, geometrically precise things inside the pyramid, and they don't really fit with the idea that it's just a tomb.
Right. So this new research on Khafre, they're taking those same methods even further underground.
Yep.
And what we're going to do in this deep dive is really get into the nitty-gritty of what they found down there, these underground whatchamacallits and what they might mean. But we're only going to use what's in the research. We're not speculating or anything.
Sticking to the facts.
Absolutely. So they started looking inside the Khafre Pyramid itself, right above this bones chamber, where they think the sarcophagus is. And get this, they found 5 separate structures, all inside Khafre, that have the exact same shape as those Z structures from Khufu.
5 of them.
Interesting. And it's like they're not just scattered around randomly either. The research says they're linked up by these geometric pathways.
Like tunnels or something. I guess so, yeah. And there's even more. They looked at data from different satellites, different angles, and they found even more structures, kind of secondary ones.
So it's a whole network inside the pyramid.
Looks like it, like it's organized somehow.
Wow.
All the stuff inside, they found it using tomography. They processed the satellite data to make these cross-section images, like slices through the pyramid.
Well, like a TED scan.
Exactly. And they've gotten way better at cleaning up the data. So the signal is stronger, less noise, and now they can see the details of those 5 Z things. Each one has 5 horizontal levels, like floors, and then a slanted roof on top.
That's wild. But now, get ready for this. They found something even bigger under the pyramid itself, like way under. They're calling it ground zero. And there are these vertical cylindrical structures going hundreds of meters straight down.
Yeah, it's like they're giant wells or something.
Exactly. And they found 8 of them in 2 rows, north to south.
8 of these things plunging 648 meters down.
648 meters. How tall is that?
Think like twice the height of the Eiffel Tower.
All underground.
All underground. Crazy, right?
Totally. But wait, there's more. At that depth, it's 648 meters. These 8 cylinders, they all come together and form 2 huge cubes.
Yeah. Each one is about 80 meters on every side. That's like a whole city block made of who knows what, almost 2/3 of a kilometer down.
It's hard to even imagine.
I know, right? And they're saying this isn't just some vague interpretation. They have topographical images and 3D models from the SAR data.
Oh, so they can actually see these things.
Yep, they can see them clear as day. And they're pretty sure the cylinders are hollow inside, like shafts, with these spiral pathways going down around them.
Spiral pathways. That's so strange. Maybe it's more than just support, you know? Like it had a function.
Could be. So we've got all this crazy stuff inside the pyramid, but what's really trippy is just how big this whole underground network is. The images, they say it goes about 2 kilometers under the whole Giza Plateau.
2 kilometers. That's over a mile.
Yeah. It's a whole other world down there.
And it's not just under Khafre either. They're saying it runs under Khufu and Menkaure too.
So it connects all 3 pyramids.
That's what it looks like it was all planned out, one giant underground structure.
Makes you wonder what they were really building out there.
I know, right? Because the traditional view, the one everyone learns in school, is that the pyramids were just tombs.
Right. Built around 2500 BC with simple tools and a lot of manpower.
Lots and lots of manpower.
But with this new stuff, it's hard not to think about those other theories, the ones that say the pyramids had a more advanced purpose.
Like what?
Well, there's that whole thing about the pyramids having all those mathematical constants built into them, pi, the golden ratio, even values related to the speed of light. Some people say that means the builders knew way more than we give them credit for.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And there are architects and engineers today who look at the pyramids and say, There's no way they built those with just hammers and chisels. The scale, the precision, it's just too much.
Right, and now we've got these huge underground structures, too. It all makes those simple tomb theories seem a little shaky.
Yeah, it does. So if they weren't just tombs, what were they?
Well, remember Nikola Tesla? He was convinced that the pyramids could tap into the Earth's natural frequencies.
He thought they were like giant antennas.
Kinda, yeah. And some people think that's what gave him the idea for wireless power transmission.
Oh, wow. And then there's Christopher Dunn, right?
Yeah.
With his Giza power plant theory.
Yeah. He says the Great Pyramid was actually a giant power generator using sound and vibrations to create energy.
Really? That's pretty out there.
It is, but he goes into a lot of detail about how it might have worked. He points to specific parts of the pyramid and says, this was a pump or this was a resonator. He makes a pretty compelling case.
And what about that Death Star theory? The one where the pyramid was a weapon.
Oh, that's Joseph Farrell's idea. He's more on the fringe, but he says the pyramids use some kind of crazy physics, paleophysics he calls it, to focus energy and create a superweapon.
The death ray.
Basically, yeah. It sounds like science fiction, but when you see these new underground structures, it makes you wonder.
Yeah, for sure. So those wells with the spiral pathways, maybe they were for moving energy or sound waves around.
Right. That would fit with both Tesla's resonance ideas and Dunn's power plant theory.
And those giant cubes deep underground, maybe they were storing energy or keeping the whole system stable.
Makes sense. And don't forget, researchers have already picked up vibrations inside the pyramids.
So it's not totally crazy to think they were messing with energy or sound?
Nope. It's all starting to fit together.
In the press release, they mentioned the Khafre Project wants to actually excavate these underground structures. Can you imagine what they might find down there?
It would be incredible. We could learn so much, rewrite history even. But they also admit it's going to be tough to get permission to dig at Giza.
Yeah, I bet. It's such an important site, and the mainstream archaeologists are so set in their ways.
It's going to be a battle for sure.
So let's recap. We've got all these weird Z structures inside the Khafre Pyramid, and then this gigantic network of wells and cubes stretching for kilometers under the whole plateau.
And they found all this using public satellite data. No digging, no speculation, just hard data.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What if everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt was wrong? What if the pyramids were something much more than just tombs?
Right. And the fact that they built this massive, hidden complex underground, it changes everything. It makes you wonder about their technology, their knowledge, their real purpose.
We're only just scratching the surface here. As they analyze more data, do more research, maybe even get to excavate, who knows what we'll find. This could be the beginning of a whole new chapter in our understanding of the pyramids.
Absolutely. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
There's a whole world hidden beneath our feet at Giza, and it's waiting to be discovered.
And we'll be here to explore it every step of the way. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time.